Hi guys, welcome back to the Cocktails and Culture podcast with myself, Brigethia Arai.
And I'm Benjamin Coy.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. How you feeling? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to be seen and not viewed. Just a little quick replay for you. Come on, somebody. Put the organ chords in there. How you feeling, girl?
I'm feeling good. It's a beautiful day today in DC. It's like 80 degrees in March, which is crazy.
Climate change.
It is, but I appreciate it.
Though. Yeah,
I appreciate the good weather. You always feel good with the good weather.
Yeah, you look good. Ooh, look, got your shoulders out.
Just because it's nice weather,
Don't play. Don't play. Ooh, ew.
How are you feeling today?
Weather. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. I'm loving the weather. I just came back from home, so I went to Florida, visit my family. I saw my granny, well, all my grannies, and all of them cooked for me. So shout out to you, grannies, for cooking for your boy. But I felt good. I
felt good. I know that sunshine was probably
baby,
amazing.
The sunshine and the beach.
Yeah.
And I'm very listen. What I was most excited to do was get home and just go out in the grass and just walk in the grass.
Right.
Barefoot. There's no grass for real around my building that I would like to walk in barefoot. So it was nice. So it was nice to do that in some hot sun. I don't know, but I got off the plane though, it just looked different. The sun was shining, the breeze was breezing, the trees were green and beautiful. It was good. So
I love
shout out to Florida. From Florida with love. Mwah.
Yeah, so I'm happy that you had fun in Florida. So guys, if you don't know, March is Women's History Month, and International Women's Day was on the 8th. Yes. So today we are going to just be really celebrating some of our favorite women in the culture and television and film. Absolutely. And we're also going to play a fun game.
Yes. Now, before we get into the culture, of course, this is Cocktails and Culture. Again, there's no cocktails today. Let me just let y'all in on a secret, baby. It's Lent, and Benjamin Coy is fasting for the love of the Lord. But we got some mocktails. It's not really a mocktail. We're just not drinking alcohol today, y'all. But I have some ginger beer here.
Yes. And also that you had your disclaimer. I just decided not to drink. There's no reason why. So please, I am well, and I will be having a margarita sooner than later. Okay. So thank you. This is Olipop Cola.
Shout out to Olipop.
It's my favorite flavor.
Yeah.
And ginger ale, my favorite flavor too.
I'm just gonna start drinking ginger beer as a regular soda because it is so good.
It is good. I love Moscow Muse too with the ginger beer. So
you know what? And that's what that's my mocktail because they actually taste just like.
Yeah, the ginger beer is strong.
It is very strong. I might burp in a few seconds.
Thanks for sharing.
But I'll cut that out, baby. I promise.
So now we're going to go into our segment, What Are You Streaming? So Ben, what have you been streaming lately?
Okay, now we all have our guilty pleasures, right?
Yes.
So please don't judge me. But I have been streaming Kendra G. If you're not familiar, Kendra G is what
she was a previous radio host in Chicago.
Okay. And now she does a singles live every couple of days on YouTube, on social media. She streams it. And single people come on the show and profess what they want as they're finding love. And though I would never be on the show, it is very interesting.
It's very entertaining
to listen and watch what people are looking for and how they are, and the way that she just lets them talk is the funniest part.
Yes.
She does the lowest lift of anything, and she's just let me just see what you're doing. And that's really where the entertainment is. Because they're just being themselves. I love it. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I enjoy that. My cousin watches it. Shout out to Gia and Ty and Jazzy. And my Aunt Lisa too, because they all watch, and they put us on. And I enjoy it, like you said, because it's just entertaining. Yeah. And then I always say I could not do a show like that because my patience is
thin.
And people be talking too much. And it's just wrap it up. That's how I be feeling.
Tokyo Tony says, people are always talking.
People are always talking. But what happens when the talk isn't cheap? And it is what it is.
Please, wrap it up. But also, along with that, I love these Have you seen the pop the balloon videos on YouTube?
My friend was telling me about that, but I have never seen
Those are
them.
also pretty funny in the same way that the Kendra G. So like there'll be a line of women or a line of men, and then a single will come out, and if you like the person, you keep your balloon unpopped, but if not, you pop it. And like they'll go down the line and you have to explain why you popped the balloon. Like and the one that I watched, she really gets into like the nitty-gritty. That's why I like her particularly. I think her name is like Arlette or something. Shout out to you, girl. But yeah, those are my guilty pleasures, and that's what I've been streaming.
Yeah, that reminds me of those pathetic videos that the girls are doing on YouTube. The 20 versus 1. Like, it'd be like an influencer guy or a rapper and a girl. I would, can y'all please stop doing that? That's embarrassing. I'm not standing in the line and letting no guy tell me if he think I'm attractive or not. Like, why would I do that?
Shows, but it is very entertaining to watch.
Like, why would y'all do that? That's crazy. At least Kendra G's is not like, that's literally you standing in the line. And you waiting for a guy. No, but you're just putting yourself out there on Kendra's show. Okay, with that, it's like literally a man sitting there like, nah, you ugly. I don't like you. Pass. Oh, you ugly. Yeah, you don't look like. No, why would I do that? That's crazy.
But Kendra's comments are scary.
Yeah.
Like the comment section, her cousins.
Yes, they be good.
They do be going in. They do be going in.
They do. They do.
But what you streaming, girl?
I actually have been streaming Love is Blind. Okay. We wrapped that up last night. It was the reunion, and it's just been so crazy.
It was that quick?
Yeah, it's only one part, I guess. But it was good because they don't need to have any more parts because it was just too much. But Love is Blind, just a reminder that love is not blind to me. I'm just going to be honest. Because I would never do a show like that.
I would never do a dating show.
Like, I can't tell you that after 4 weeks or 3 weeks that I'm going to say I'm really going to marry the person.
Is there money involved?
No.
See, that's one thing you'll never see, Benjamin. I love and all the things that come with it, but I'm not going on TV to fight for somebody else's love, and I'm not getting a little coin out of it. I'm sorry.
And especially
and even
if
there is coin, I'm still not doing
marriage at the end. I just can't. Like, I do want to get married, but like I cannot say that at the end of the show. And I feel like, I know it's kind of vain, but you gotta be attracted to the person. I mean, come on now.
I mean, I feel like some things start at attraction. That's not wrong.
No, but a lot of times people will come out and they may have been emotionally.
Oh, but they're not.
But when they see them in person, it's like.
I feel that.
And it's not to be mean. It's just like sometimes that kind of makes it a little harder because it's like, okay, I'm not really attracted to this person. But I know it's not all about that, obviously. But like, I just don't think I could do something like that. Like, and then you got to get married.
You have to get married?
Well, you get like after you leave the pod, they propose to each other. Well, the guy proposes, whatever. And once you agree to, okay, I accept the proposal, then they finally meet in person. And then they go like a honeymoon.
I proposed to while I still can't see
you. It's like an emotional collection. So the whole time they're chatting, I do see how they could like, if you chatting with somebody for like 3 or 4 weeks and it's just, y'all just talk, I could see how you could start liking someone. Yeah. But then if you see them and then it really gets harder when they get into the real world because they go on like not a honeymoon, but just like a little vacation for like a week. And then after that, it's 4 weeks up until the wedding and then 4 weeks where they have to live together. And then that's when you really start to see, like, how is their life? What's their family like? They living together for the 4 weeks before they get married.
So the whole time I was thinking that they were blind the whole time. And then when they come out of being blind, then you get married.
No, that's like Married at First Sight.
Now, I do like Married at, I do like Married at First Sight on Lifetime.
Yeah, that's
funny to watch.
But I also would not do that
I would not do that either.
Yeah, that's even more crazy. Like, I can't do that. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been currently streaming. Love is Blind. It's funny.
Is there someone from DC on the show? Anybody?
There were people in the past.
Is there queer people on these shows? Like,
no.
Where the gays at?
No. Ultimatum has one, but I don't really like Ultimatum.
No, me either.
People always say that though, like they need to have like more people. Even with black people, like it'd be like one little black couple, and half of the time it'd be a mix.
Still in the quota.
One of them be mixed. Not to say that I ain't black to mix people, but I'm just saying it don't be a fully black person. Yeah. It'd be always like one fully black couple, and then one half and half or something like that. So
a whole bunch of white couples.
Whole bunch of blonde hair, blue eyes.
Okay. What are we talking about today?
So today, So today, like we said, is Women's History Month, and we are gonna really talk about some women characters that we feel that saved the culture that we absolutely loved. Yes. So you want to kick it off?
Yes, I'm kicking it off. So I am a huge. Let me just give a disclaimer. I'm a huge Cosby Show fan, not a huge Bill Cosby fan. So let's make that differentiation. But you cannot deny that Claire Huxtable is a pillar in TV moms,
Yes.
in Black women characters, and she certainly like did a lot for the culture. The Cosby Show was also one of the first shows to depict Black people being like professionals, and having like that nuclear family unit where both of the parents were working. There was Family Matters, but I think
Cosby
Carl
was definitely
Winslow,
first though. I think, but Cosby Show came out first. Though.
Yes,
yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
But even on the Family Matters, I don't think Harriet wasn't working.
Yeah, I think
she was.
I think she had little jobs,
but
it still were a family, like a married couple. Like
she was. What was she doing?
It was a spinoff.
Right, she was an elevator operator. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I stand corrected. But the Cosby Show was certainly the first one to show like that family unit, where both parents are.
Yeah.
Like she was a lawyer.
Yeah, she was a lawyer. He's a doctor.
And she was just sickening. Her fashions were also fabulous as well. So shout out to Felicia Rashard.
Yes.
In that.
Yeah, I always loved the Cosbys. I mean, by the time I was old enough to really like actually watch, it was like reruns. Because I think Cosby Show came out like in the 80s.
80s, yeah.
I was more to 94. But I watched after. But for me, don't.
I'm kidding.
I was born in 1994, honey. Okay. Anyways, I love that show watching because, again, like you said, like seeing, like I mean, I've seen married Black couples, but it was just different to see, like you said, like on TV, seeing like married Black couples and they both were successful and like I just love that. I always watched the Cosby Show growing up, like,
and they loved each other. I love how they loved each other, like Claire and Cliff.
Yep, and it was like
their love,
good lessons in the show. Through like love, and I feel like they just touched on everything, like seeing them like Vanessa sneaking out the house for the first time
to go to Baltimore.
Yes, like all of that stuff. I always remember that. Like it was like little lessons that I seen growing up on the Cosby Show. So I loved watching that.
I love that. Yeah, I remember I got a box set of the DVDs for Christmas, and I binge watched all
that was
of the
one of my
Cosby
faves.
Show. So yes.
That was a
Shout out to Claire.
Shout out to Claire Huxtable. So next, we have Cookie Lyons. Now, Cookie Lyons is from Empire, and Cookie really was representation for Black women music executives. And then also she had this spunky fashion that a lot of people talked about. And I just think that obviously Taraji is a legend on her own, but that role I definitely think just brought like the people like loved how like of a boss she was, and like, you know, that representation of like the storytelling in that show itself.
It was definitely something big for the culture because I did not watch Empire, please. I didn't watch Empire, but I definitely know who Cookie Lyons is. I know about her fashions. I know a little about her story. So when you transcend, when I don't even watch the show, but I know a lot about you, I feel like, yes. And then Taraji P. Henson, shout out to you, girl. A legend in her own rights. Pay her what she's worth. And I think her fashions specifically though, I loved. Definitely pushing the envelope for a network TV girl. And she had the things. She did. So shout out to
and I seen when she recently was doing her press for The Color Purple, she was just saying like she fired her whole team.
As she should have.
Because she was like, there's no way how much people talked about my fashion and style in that show, that after, as soon as Empire was over, that I didn't have like brand deals and like all this stuff. Like they just were not on top of the game. Because girl, if I was your publicist, I would have made sure you had some brand deals, girl.
You would have had your thing.
Yeah, she would have had some collections.
But that is so true.
That's very true. Like you have to.
But really... I wonder why though. Like I wonder why specifically Taraji had that experience. Like she is so talented, so deserving of all the things.
But if you don't have the right team
that's
around you supporting you, then like.
But then I'm also like, if you are making money from supporting this actress who is so huge and big, why would you not want to make sure she continues to have her bags? Because then you will continue to have your bag.
Yeah. But some people, I think some people's teams, like, well, people in general, that's on like marketing and stuff like that, everybody is not thinking ahead. Because it's like, okay, because Empire was so big, so I think they probably were basking in that moment and not like planning for the future. Like you have the pre-plan.
Did they get abruptly canceled, or did they have like?
No. It was just.
But even still, when you say looking ahead, yes. But even still, she should have had brand deals while the show was running.
Right, exactly. But yeah, she said she just let everybody go.
Taraji, you deserve more, babe.
You do.
Now this one I also love. Tia and Tamara from. Well, they're from a lot of things, but specifically from Sister Sister, and Twitches.
Yes.
Because by the time Sister Sister was, well, by the time I started watching Sister Sister, it was just reruns.
Same.
On Disney Channel. But they had a certain impact for biracial girls being on TV and showing that experience. And so they definitely did a lot for the culture. I loved Twitches. Let me ask you a question. Were you ever like, would you watch a movie and then go to school and try to pretend to be that movie?
I was always super, and like everything I watched, I wanted to be.
Yes.
Like, it's funny. Like, when I watched Just Right for the first time, which was one of my favorite movies with Queen Latifah and Common, I was like, I think I want to be a, what was her job? A physical therapist for athletes. I think I want to do that job. I don't know. Like, I want to be everything. We
love representation.
Yes.
I asked that because I loved Twitches, as did High School Musical and Cheetah Girls and all the Disney movies. But for some reason, Twitches specifically, I wanted to be one of the Twitches. And so, like, I remember, instead of like how Harry Potter had his like wand and stuff and everyone was doing Ravenclaw and all that stuff, girl, I had my composition book, which is my spell book. And I think on the show or on the movie, they had a moon and a sun as like their symbols. Well, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna be a part of it too, but my thing will be a star. So yeah, shout out to Tia and Tamara for giving me my representation.
Yes. And it's so funny because I never realized as a kid that Tia and Tamara were biracial.
Me either, no.
I thought they were just black.
I didn't realize I didn't realize until they had their reality show.
Yeah, that's probably when, I guess, too. Because I was like, oh, wow, I thought. But when she was on The Real, she said that, well, Tamara said that they are biracial, but they don't necessarily, like, I can't think of the word right now, but because their dad's family was never in their life, really. Because I think, like, their family, because he dated a black woman, they didn't really want anything to do. So she doesn't really resonate with that side because, like, they don't really know it. So... Yeah, I love Tia and Tamara. That was one of my fave shows.
I want them back on TV in some way, some shape, and form.
I love their little reality show they had.
I did too.
That was so
it was so fun and
E
so
had
funny.
the Style. That was the Style Network.
No, that was E.
That was E. But E is
Style Network too. Yeah.
I wanted to work at E. That was on my list. Like, I want to work at E when I go to college one day.
I still want to work at E.
Me too. We can host something, Oscars.
What's coming up? What's coming up? Anything coming up?
Met Gala.
Give us a call, daughter.
Okay, so next woman I have is Olivia Pope / Annalise Keating. So Olivia Pope is obviously from Scandal, and then Annalise Keating is from How to Get Away with Murder. Yes. So these women are obviously representations for Black women in law and in PR, brand management. Of course, I mean, I know we talked about Olivia Pope before on our podcast, but I definitely feel like for me, like I was a Scandal fan. I still am. Like, Scandal was my show. Yeah. And I just love seeing Olivia. She was just such a boss, and and so was Annalise Keating. Like, to see like a lawyer, Black women, and then when they had the joint episode, I don't know if you got that far yet in the season, because I know you started watching recently, but they had a joint episode where they came together and both of them were on the screen together in the salon getting their hair done.
Yeah. No, I did see that. That's, again, something else that transcends just the show, because I also did not watch Scandal while I was on TV.
Girl, I
didn't watch a lot of stuff, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. If it wasn't Housewives, I was not watching it. Just because I had a lot of stuff to do back in the day, child. I was not at home.
But you also were, I was like maybe end of high school going into college.
I was in high school.
Yeah, so I feel like you probably wouldn't watch that then.
Yes.
You didn't watch it though. I know.
I didn't, but that's because it came on during the week, and I was just.
Well, girl, I made time for Scandal. I think I was in college, like beginning college when Scandal was on.
Yeah.
Because like it was like Gladiator Sundays or whatever.
Or no, it was Mondays. Thursdays. It was Thursday.
Yeah,
because it was Scandal. It was
Scandal
How to Get Away with Murder,
Thursdays,
and Grey's Anatomy.
Yes.
And there was another one.
Shonda had all them shows on TV at the same time.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Her bag was deep and continues to be.
Because they need to let Grey's Anatomy go.
Yeah.
It's time.
But I am catching up on Scandal. That's what I was watching when I was in my recovery. And I don't know, y'all. When things just go too long, I get tired. Well,
when it was over, when the show finally ended, it was time. Like, it was definitely time. And I love the show.
But speaking of, though, I saw something on social that, what's the white girl? Erin? Is that Erin Perkins? No. That's a different show.
Perkins?
Quinn. Yes. They posted something recently on the Scandal Instagram.
Yes. Oh my God.
What if they do a spinoff of Quinn?
My heart.
I will watch that.
I will watch.
I will watch that.
But obviously, I want to say Olivia, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
But I mean, if it ended how
but
it's
I like
to
Quinn
end,
though.
I do. I mean,
she's cool.
Well, in where I am now, she is becoming a serial killer with Huck.
Oh.
So I'm kind of like, ugh.
Huck is crazy.
That's another thing, child. I was
Huck.
skipping through those drilling scenes. I can't do all that. Mama
that
can't
was
do.
Intense.
It was too intense.
Yeah.
Too much.
It was so good. So good.
Yeah. But I did. But go back to your original thing. Yes, I did see the scene of them in the salon where basically they are like, honey, just a read off.
And then they go in on each other. Like, I love it. Like, I love it.
Read off. But
that
yeah, Shonda Rhimes, thank you.
Yeah.
This next character, Sophia Bursett, from Orange is the New Black. This is the character that Laverne Cox played. And this specifically was really big in culture because it was one of the first times that we saw firsthand, like in writing, the experience of a transgender woman. So Laverne Cox herself is a trans woman, and she played that character on Orange is the New Black, and it talked about her period of transitioning, going from, you know, being married to a woman as her previous identity, and then going through telling your wife that you're who you actually are, and then going through all these other things. And it was just so interesting, and it opened so many doors for a lot of trans actors and actresses to be on these big screens. And so that was certainly something that was really, 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 really impactful. Yes, Pose, we love Elektra, we love all the other girls, Dominique, MJ, India. Yes, they were there, but we do have to give our flowers to Laverne Cox, who even, I feel like in some ways, made it possible for Pose to be as successful, because it was just another example that, you know, trans women are powerful, and they continue to be, and they will continue to be all the time. So special shout out to Laverne Cox. And also, girl, your Oscars look.
Oh, yeah, it was good.
Eats. Okay, maybe you ate it down. And the Vanity Fair after party. Laverne ate that up. So thank you for what you continue to do for culture.
Yes. We always gotta show love to the ones that paved the way.
Always.
Because, like, the Claire Huxtables of the world definitely paved the way. And
for everybody else,
Tia and Tamara, Cookie, like, all of them definitely paved the way. So next we have Miranda Priestley, which is one of my other faves. Yes. And she is from Devil's Wear Prada, which is one of my absolutely favorite movies.
We should have wore cerulean in honor.
That was also another movie that I watched growing up that I was like, oh, I'm going to be an editor-in-chief. I'm going to be in fashion. I'm going to do all this stuff. And, like, oh, my God, that's, like, something that, like, my little girl self was, like, so excited about. So, yes, Miranda, she was obviously in the fashion industry, editor-in-chief of a magazine. And through that film, we just seen a lot of different things. We seen, like, a strong woman come in. And it was supposed to be, like, slightly nodding at Anna. Well,
it was a huge nod.
huge nod to Anna Wintour, who is, she was the editor-in-chief of Vogue, but now she's like the editor, like she's like over Condé Nast period now. But like at the time, I think she was editor-in-chief when that movie came out, but it's supposed to be kind of based on her. So I just loved, like, I don't know, it just made me think like, okay, this is how fashion really is. Like, it was like, okay, this is really how it is if you're like working at a magazine. And that's what I really wanted to do when I was younger. So yeah.
Same. I mean, and going back to watching the movie, didn't want to do it, that was one of them. Yes, I wanted to be 100%. Miranda Priestley. The nice version though. You don't want to be mean to people.
Right.
But I definitely want to work in fashion, work in a magazine, still kind of do sometimes. So yeah. Shout out to you.
I think Anne Hathaway's character though made me be like, oh my God, like this is how it's gonna be. Like when the girl was like, oh, I'm just eating cheese.
And there's also another part to it where a lot of people wanted Miranda to leave her position because of her age. So it has another conversation about ageism that's very rampant in society, and especially in fashion. And it talks a lot about her sacrifices, and it kind of humanizes Miranda. And in so many ways, you know, there's a thing on Twitter going around, what villain deserved to be a villain? And I feel like Miranda is, if she is the villain in the show, I feel like she deserved to be, because a lot of people were just, she got to where she was because she was having to push through.
Yeah, and she like let the emotions go. and just very focused on. And I think too, for me, like watching it as being younger, it was like, okay, if we going in a career like this is like serious, nonstop, like working in fashion or like entertainment, whatever. Like it's just like nonstop all the time, and like your life is just different from.
True,
others.
but I remember Anne Hathaway's character was like, "Yes, I want both, though."
Yeah, no,
and
for
I think
sure.
that's why I resonated with Anne too, because I feel like you can have both. Yes, being in entertainment is nonstop, and absolutely it is.
Yeah.
But I can also make time for what you want to make time for. That's a big lesson in there too.
But also, I think it just shows, and not to say that you can't get as far if you're not as focused. Like, well, not saying you're not focused, but you you just kind of tunnel vision all the time. Those people also get to the highest of the highest of highest of highest of levels because you really have to make sacrifices. So it's kind of like you're kind of choosing.
But why do you have to though?
No, I'm not saying you have to, but I'm saying if you want to be in those certain spaces, if you think about it, a lot of those people that are CEOs of companies, or like we were just reading More Than Enough with Elaine Welterworth, it was like she decided like she was so stressed out and sick and all this because she was just being an editor-in-chief is a lot of work. Yeah. Like, so it's like when you in those certain positions and you keep going up and up, it's like you are kind of sacrificing a lot of things. And some people choose like, listen, I'm gonna step away from this.
But that's my thing, though. Yes, I get that. I get that it is what happens. Like, it actually does happen, yes.
Yeah.
But why is my question. Like, why can't I be the CEO and be the parent, be a fabulous parent and go to PTA meetings? Why can't I be the CEO and take care of my mental health, take care of my physical health? Why can't I be the CEO and do all these things? Like, I understand that it is what happens,
right?
But why does it have to happen that way?
I think it's because America, like I would say, when I went to Europe, it's like they just have a different way of living life, and their life is not revolved around career and work. When work is over, work is over. We're not talking about work at happy hour. When work is done, it's done. In America, it's based on like you have to be successful. You have to always talk about your degrees you have and what job you have, and like that's what people lead with their careers. When you dating somebody, they just lead with, yeah, I got a master's degree in this and I work here. It's like, okay, but who are you though?
Yes,
like, okay, that's
because you're
nice.
not your degree.
Exactly. Like you have to have a personality outside of that, and unfortunately in America that is how it is. Like it makes you feel like I always say, like a lot of the people that are higher up in my fields, a lot of them don't have kids. Now some of them do. But some of them don't. There's a good amount that don't have kids. Some may be married, some may not be, but they kind of just chose the path that they chose. And I mean, I think you can balance, but I think it's very hard. Like you have to pick your battles.
It is. Because at the end of the day, capitalism is the enemy.
No, seriously.
And that is the answer. That is why we can't, or not can't, that is why it's difficult to balance and prioritize all these things. Because of exactly what you just said, we are always focused on work and jobs. And I remember when I graduated with my master's and I was dating and people were saying like, well, what do you like to do? And I'm like, oh, what do I like to do?
No, seriously.
Because before it was, I got to study, I got exams, I got academic stuff to worry about. Now I'm like, oh, actually, what do I enjoy doing? So yeah, child.
Yeah, life during that time is definitely hectic. I don't even remember like what else was I even... It was always...
I had a great time.
But it was just like, it's kind of a blur a little bit with some stuff, because it's like, when I had tests to finish my master's, it's just like, I was just stressed.
Child,
like, oh my God. Like all that stuff is just overwhelming.
On top of like other things you're going through in life.
Right. You trying to find a job after school. You trying to do this. You trying to do that. You trying to have a social life, a dating life. You trying to work. Like, it's too much. It's a lot. Could put through a lot.
But we did. Look at us. We completed it.
Amen.
We did it. We're continuing to do it, y'all. And you can continue to do it too. Is this a commercial? So I know there's a lot of discourse about this friendship with these next two. But I want to say, before I even say who it is, it's important to really look at the full arc of the story and really like sit back and understand that this is an actual thing. So Issa D and Molly from Insecure. Well, first, Brigethia was telling me that Issa Rae did a interview recently where she explained like why Insecure is called Insecure, and it's basically, if I'm paraphrasing, it's basically when you think of Black women, when society thinks of Black women, they think of like resilience and being powerful and being strong and being confident.
Superhuman.
And yes, being what? Superhuman. Yes, being superhuman. And while those things are certainly true, they're also like people, like, and they have feelings and they have insecurities and they have They go through things. They're not just these hard exterior that society has made them into being. And so that was one of the reasons why Insecure is called Insecure. Yes. But specifically, this friendship in culture, or changed a lot of culture because it really showed the different levels that friendships go through. And that's one reason why I think Molly's character is so important. I know a lot of people hate Molly's character, but you really do have to sit back and say that, one, people change. She went through a lot that made her into the person that she was. And she had to sit back and see that for herself. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like that was really, really important for their friendship.
I always find it interesting that people just hate Molly's character. I don't understand why. Like, they try to compare her to Tony from no, she did things, but
I was say she was problematic,
but so was Issa. I feel like Issa was too. She had her ways as well, but I think like people try to compare her to Tony from Girlfriends, and I don't think it's on that same level, because Tony was like, okay, come on now.
And maybe she was, but Tony didn't get a chance to have a full arc because they canceled it so early.
True. Yeah, true. You know? Yeah, but I didn't think Molly, I think it definitely was like a depiction of like a friend that's like, Molly was a lawyer. She was very like career driven and focused and like had more structure and stability. And then Issa was more like trying to figure it out, and like she's not really working with something that she want to do. She's trying to figure out her way. And I think like Molly didn't understand, like, why are you not getting it together, and like what is happening. And you know, I think they just had different views, but I think it's so important in a friendship or relationship period is that we all live differently. And like, just because you may date a different way than I date or whatever, just handle things different, that doesn't mean that either one of us are bad people.
Right.
I think it's just, we just handle things differently.
Right.
So
I also love Insecure because there are so many times where I saw myself in both Issa and Molly, and it was important to like look at that mirror and be like, oh my goodness, I do those things, and this is exactly how my friends respond. Oh my goodness, my friends do those things, and that's exactly how I respond, and it helps you have a better worldview. So I guess earlier we were talking about with the Cosby Show that there are so many lessons in the Cosby Show, and I was thinking, excuse me, I was thinking like, do we have any shows on TV right now that have lessons like that? And even though Insecure is not on anymore, I feel like that's definitely one of the shows that it's entertaining, but it's also, there's a lot of fables and stuff in it.
Yeah. No, I think it is. And I think it's a true depiction of like where you are in your life. I think in the 20s and 30s, like all of your friends, you can be in so many different spaces. Like some people are having kids and getting married. Some people are starting businesses. Some people are in college, work, you know, just everybody just has different things going on. So I think it was like a true depiction of like life and dating and all of that. That I think definitely was shifting the culture. So
if you're in your 20s and you have not watched Insecure, girl, do yourself a favor. It's on Netflix still, I believe.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
So please go into it. It's
pretty good.
Yeah, really good. It's become a comfort show too.
Yeah,
I've watched it several times.
Yeah, no, same. So lastly, we have Raven Baxter from That's So Raven. Of course, we had to put Raven on there. So Raven is the youngest and first Black woman to have her real name in a comedy series title. I think Raven meant so much to a lot of us, like growing up seeing a Black girl on TV. Like, this is her show. The lead show is about her. And then she was not the sidekick friend Black girl. She was the main person. So I think that alone was like super inspiring. And because she paved the way for Keke Palmer and Zendaya and like all these other Black girls that came behind her that had their own shows. So I always love Raven because she is 100% a legend.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. Again, another show that I would watch and be like, oh, I want to do that.
Yes. Like, oh, I'm never going to fashion internship.
Yes. Like, I want to do all the things. And again, the show in general, another show that is showing a Black family that they all very much favor too. Like,
they did, like, they could really be related.
They really did a good job on that casting. And I myself thought they were actually family. But yeah, shout out to
Raven, girl. You're a legend, honey.
Shout out to Raven Baxter.
Raven Simone is a legend too.
Raven Simone is a legend, a problematic legend sometimes, but we still love Raven.
She's still a human, but
yes, she is still human. And people are multidimensional. Exactly.
Yes, she's been through a lot of things, but she is still very much so a legend, and we thankful.
And you
for
have
her.
to give her flowers.
Period. Yeah.
All right, my love. We're gonna switch gears. We're gonna play a little game. So we're gonna play. Who you gonna call? Gonna play Who You Gonna Call. How you doing? Okay, so we're gonna give some scenarios, and we'll give like 3 or 4 options of who you'll call. So,
and we'll both answer.
Of course. Okay. So first you have an event to go to, and you need a friend's advice for your outfit. You're gonna call Raven Baxter from That's So Raven, Cookie Lyons from Empire, Fran Fine from The Nanny, and Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City. Who you calling?
I feel like these are definitely different eras of like life where you are, because like Raven, okay, that's like high school kind of vibes. But in general, I would have to say Carrie Bradshaw. Okay. Because Carrie Bradshaw is like, I always like, oh, when I grow up, I want to dress like her. Yeah. I loved her style. Even though, like, I don't know, she was like really into the fashion.
She was really into the fashions.
Yes.
However, she was more into the shoes.
Okay. She was more into the shoes. That, but I still love the fashion.
I would call
Carrie.
Carrie would be, if Fran Fine didn't pick up the phone, I would call Carrie Bradshaw.
No, that's true, because Fran had the looks. But also, I learned that Fran, her and Regine had the same stylist, and they was biting Regine's style.
Well, isn't that how it goes all the time, girl?
It is, but you know.
Aren't they always biting off the black people?
Period.
Sick of it.
But yeah, I would call Carrie. You would call Fran Fine.
I would call Fran Fine. She had the looks.
She did.
Yeah, and I feel like her style kind of matches mine too.
I see, with the prints, colors,
the silhouettes specifically. Though.
Yeah. I can see that. See that. Okay, so you want advice on working in the fashion industry? Would you call because True Jackson? That was her name, right? Okay, True Jackson from True Jackson VP, Miranda Priestley from Devil Wears Prada, Zoe Johnson from Grownish / Blackish, and Regine from Living Single.
Okay. I would love to call Miranda, but let's be honest. Is she going to answer the phone? No. I don't really know Zoe.
She's from Blackish.
Oh, okay.
The Yara character.
Okay. Yeah. Regine? I would call True Jackson. She's the VP.
Yeah.
I feel like she would answer my phone call.
True. I would say True Jackson too, probably. Yeah, True Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say her.
Yeah. True Jackson.
Agreed. Same.
Full stop. Now, you need PR advice for a huge crisis. Are you calling Samantha Jones from Sex and the City? Are you calling Olivia Pope from Scandal? Or are you calling Gina from Martin?
I'm going to call Olivia Pope. Because who's going to handle a crisis like Olivia Pope?
Baby, that is in her tagline. It's handled. I'm calling Olivia Pope, baby. It's going to go away. Y'all not going to know anything about it.
Girl, we need you, Olivia.
Girl, you want the real tea? Olivia is a real person. We just don't know her. And she is bopping around DC. That's a real person for real.
Oh, really?
It's called a fixer. Like that is actually a thing.
I'm gonna look that up.
Look it up.
Cause I know it's a real Carrie Bradshaw.
Yes. Now I don't know if Olivia herself is a real person.
Right, but you're just saying
but the job that she does.
Because I do think B613.
Oh, I think that's real.
Is real.
I think that's real.
Talk about that in the comments.
I think that's very real. Y'all think B613 is real? Let us know.
I think so.
But be decoded because they're watching.
Right. You just got out of a bad relationship and you need a girls' night out. Kelly from Insecure, Mickey from Baps, Khadijah from Living Single, or Lynn from Girlfriends.
Okay, this one actually is pretty difficult because love Lynn from Girlfriends, but I feel like Lynn gonna have me doing something crazy.
And she ain't got no money.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to worry about that, baby. I don't want to be out of a bad relationship and broke. Khadijah, she would be a good time. Mickey from Baps, I think I might. It's really between Mickey from Baps and Kelly from Insecure.
That's how I feel. It's between those two.
Because first of all, Mickey is hilarious. Yeah. Rest in peace to I think her first name is Danielle, who played Mickey. But Booyah is so funny, and that's one of the movies that I watch all the time. But Kelly also,
she's fun.
Kelly would be a good time.
Yeah.
This is hard. You know what? No. Oh, this is hard. I'm gonna call Mickey. I'm gonna say Kelly. Okay.
Kelly from Insecure. Okay. I'll go Kelly.
So then you call Kelly, I call Mickey, then we go out
together.
together.
Exactly.
Boom. Teamwork. Okay, so now you need legal advice. Because I guess you had a bad relationship. Then y'all went out, made some bad decisions. So now you need legal advice. Are you calling Annalise Keating from How to Get Away with Murder? Are you calling Joan Clayton from Girlfriends? Molly from Insecure? Or Maxine Shaw, attorney at law from Living Single?
I'm going to call Annalise.
Yeah.
Joan, please, girl. Joan was playing games.
Joan was in small claims court,
about a man, girl. I need you to go get the work, girl.
Okay.
She worrying about all her men and all that. I understand, but girl, no. I'm going to call Annalise.
I'm going to call Annalise. Joan was worried about the wrong thing. Molly was about her stuff, though.
She was, but I still would call Annalise.
Maxine was in her doing her thing.
Yes, but I'm still gonna call
I'm
Annalise.
calling
No
Annalise.
shade.
I'm sorry.
It's time to plan a big event. So would you call Issa D from Insecure? Monet Laurie from what was Jennifer Lewis' character in Medea's Family Reunion. Maria Foray, that was J-Lo's character in The Wedding Planner, or Charlotte York from Sex and the City.
Darling, I'm calling Monet Janae Laurie.
Paris.
Honey, I give you Paris in springtime. I'm calling her. She had people hanging from the ceilings.
She did.
Excuse me?
Yeah, she did.
Baby, and Maya Angelou did that poem. In and out.
I can't with her voice.
In and out of time. Yeah,
that is too funny. I'm gonna have to agree with you.
I'm calling her.
She was definitely fun. Charlotte put together a cute dinner party.
She does.
She did. Very classy.
Okay, so I guess let's add. You know, I gotta add.
You need balance.
You know, I gotta add stipulations. Okay, so what is this? A big wait? Yeah. Oh, it is a big event.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm calling from Jennifer Lewis. Now, last one. It's time to elect our first president, which has been time to do that actually. So why hasn't it happened? It's time to elect our first president. Are you calling Leslie Knope from Parks and Recreation, Olivia Benson from Law and Order SVU, or Claire Huxtable from The Cosby Show, or Melly Grant from Scandal?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to say. I'm thinking about Olivia Benson.
Okay.
But then at the same time, I'm like, Melly might could do her little one thing. But then, girl, I don't know, girl. You couldn't keep your man, girl. I don't know. I'm gonna say Olivia Benson.
Okay. This one is actually kind of hard for me. I'm gonna be very honest with you.
It's hard.
Because, go with me, right? Go with me. Leslie Knope, hilarious character, yes. But Leslie Knope loved her job. She loved her job. She loved being in service for the people. She loved like figuring out how to do it. But she was hilarious. And I feel like that is why she gets whatever. Olivia Benson, she's more of a detective. I don't know that she did know how to run that precinct though. And continues to do so. Claire, this is hard. Because Claire would eat that up, baby. Melly, no shade to Melly, but I'm not fighting for Melly. You know what? I'm gonna go with Leslie Knope.
Okay.
Because again, she really loved her job and she loved the people. Her vice president would be Claire Huxtable. Yeah. Together they're gonna kill it.
Kill it.
So this comes to part of the episode where we raise a glass. T-Pain. And give our flowers to someone who was doing something amazing in the community, in the world, in society. And so yeah, who you giving your glass to this week, girl?
I'm going to raise my glass to Cord Jefferson. He won an Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay this past week for American Fiction. Yes. And then also Divine Joy Randolph for Best Supporting Actress in The Holdovers. Yes. So shout out to them. I'm super excited to see. I wish more Black films won the Oscar.
Yes.
But I'm very happy for them. But no, I'm really excited for them, really happy for them. And American Fiction was one of my absolute favorite movies in 2023, along with Origin. That was written by Ava DuVernay, but those are like two of my favorite films from last year. So I'm really excited. So raising a glass to you guys.
Raise a glass to them. Yeah, especially Divine Joy, baby. You looked good on that red carpet. Actually, you've looked good on all the red carpets you've been on.
Yeah,
so shout
beautiful.
out to you. So The Color Purple didn't win anything?
No.
Wow.
Nominated. That's who Divine was against. She was the best supporting. Was against Danielle.
Right.
But they didn't win, like, they didn't get, like, best film or nothing like that, no.
Who won in Coleman's category?
Who won the Coleman's category? I can't remember who. It was somebody
Did
white.
Barbie win anything?
No. I don't think so.
Why you say it like that?
I don't think they deserve to win
No.
anything.
I don't
Besides
think so.
no, they won, like, some fashion stuff or makeup or something like that.
Okay.
But they didn't win in, like, any of the other things. I thought Barbie was a cute movie. It was fun, definitely, and it was like, you know, it was cool. But I don't think it was the marketing that sold the movie.
Yes.
And I love Margot Robbie, all that, but I don't think that movie deserved to get that many nominations, in my opinion.
It was a great movie, and it had a great underlining reason to be
Message.
produced. Yeah, underlining message. But yeah, I too.
I can say it moved the culture a little bit, like
It did.
pop culture for
Oh,
sure,
certainly.
because people were so excited. Like I said, it was great marketing.
Yeah.
The casting was good, but
But I think it was. Too like.
in your face.
No, the marketing was perfect.
Yeah.
The movie itself, I think it went over people's heads. Like if you were not.
Yeah, it
really
did.
tapped
but
in.
I think it also, like, I think it did have a good message, but I think in general, for that much marketing, when stuff is like overkill, that like they did a lot, and it wasn't
That's a big sign.
it wasn't as great as it felt like oh my god, I can't wait to watch Barbie movie. The same with Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Like the way that was promoted, we going there, it's a musical. Oh, I don't want to say no musical.
Now I told you it was a musical. You just don't listen to me.
I don't like musicals. I really don't.
And I don't know.
I can't. It's aggravating. I don't want to hear y'all.
I
keep
love a good
singing.
musical.
I don't mind a musical if, like, High School Musical, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was one of my movies. But I don't like when y'all just keep singing for every little thing.
It does get annoying.
It's annoying.
It does
Like,
get
they
annoying.
sung for every part. It's like,
It does.
we having a regular conversation, all of a sudden you bust out in a song.
It does get
I don't
annoying.
like that.
But again, that's another thing. Back to marketing. They did not tell y'all that it was a movie based on the musical that's based on the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like
too
that.
much. But
yeah.
shout out to Divine Joy.
Yeah, shout out to Ford Jefferson.
Have you seen The Holdovers?
I have not.
I want to. I heard
wanna
that
see that
she
too.
obviously did an amazing job. She won an Oscar.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
But yeah, that's certainly on my list. So shout out to you, girl. And again, you looked amazing.
Yes.
I'm raising a glass to Paris Lewis, who is the current Tina, who is, we just talked about musicals, LOL. She is the Tina Turner on the national tour of Tina Turner the Musical. So while I was home in Florida, my grandmother, shout out to Granny Gran, was honored by the Tina Turner Musical for her work in the community. They're honoring women who rock, and my Granny Gran rocks, so shout out to her. But Paris Lewis was the one playing Tina Turner. Did an amazing job, amazing voice, amazing stage presence. And also, she is an alum of my university. Shout out to Bethune-Cookman. And so it's just really, really, really amazing to see, like, I know what's possible from my university because my founder, Dr. Mary McCall Bethune, is so wonderful and fabulous, and so am I. But it's also it's also amazing to see like your other like fellow alumni like doing amazing things, being and living out their dreams specifically. It was so wonderful to see. So if you have not seen Teen Her the Musical, please check their website. If it's in your area, go and see it. I think Paris's run is coming to an end pretty soon. Like I think her time as Tina's coming up, and she's going on to some better opportunities. But certainly, go and check it out, especially if you love Tina Turner. Love her down. Rest in peace to the Queen of Rock.
Yeah.
Not the
Rock
Queen of
and
Soul. Yeah, Queen of Rock and Roll is Aretha. Right. The Queen of Rock.
Yes.
Shout out to that.
And shout out to Granny Gran.
And shout out to Granny Gran. Yes.
Award.
If y'all have not checked out my Instagram post on it, go check it out, honey, because she ate that suit up.
She did.
Yes.
I loved it. Oh my God.
Black people in vibrant colors just looks
and yellows and orange.
Yellows,
and green,
oranges,
and
yes.
so beautiful. Brown.
And you know I styled.
Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in this week. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Comment below. Make sure you play our game along with us in the comments. Let us know what you think about the women that we felt like paved the way in culture, in television and film, and just period in life.
Absolutely.
Make sure you follow us on everything. Subscribe to us. Follow us on TikTok. All the things.
And time is drawing down, y'all. You have
it is.
about a week or so to enter in to win $100. So make sure you subscribe to our email list. That's how you enter. And for an extra entry, make sure you follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Twitter. Well, maybe not TikTok. I don't know. The girls are trying to take it away. So
we still got some time though, so still follow us on
just stay tuned. Still follow us there, and join our fabulous and vibrant community. And thank y'all for sticking in with us. This is episode 5, y'all. What's going on? We going through.
We zooming fast.
Yes, but yes, that's all for me.
All right, thank you guys.
Until next time.
Cocktails and culture.
Yeah.
Get it from my baby, what's now?